Hello and welcome to Banking Frontiers Live. We are in for a great conversation on the area of branch transformation today. We are talking to a very senior luminary from the public sector bank, because public sector banks are always in the center when it comes to, on one side, engaging with the customers at the branches, and at the same time having the challenge also keeping in time or keeping in line with the recent digital transformations. How are they blending both these together at the branch to get the right kind of engagements at the branch level, at the same time ensuring that they are also totally digital and in line with the modern times? With me today is Mr. Rajesh Ram, who is the General Manager and the Chief Digital Officer of Bank of India, and he's sharing some deep insights with us in the area of branch transformation. Mr. Rajesh, welcome to Banking Frontiers Live.
Thank you, Mr. Nair. This is wonderful. Banking Frontiers has been one of the leading banking journals, and of course, digital mode. They are coming with a lot of conversations from luminaries from the industry.
Absolutely honored, sir. We have been seeing the public sector banks doing a lot of blend between the digital and the physical world, especially at the branch levels. So what are the new trends that you are seeing in your bank, and how are you trying to bring together this phygital and digital, or probably physical and digital, to name it phygital, in your branch engagements with the customers?
What we have seen in the recent past, I think after Demon and the pandemic, the adoption of technology has grasped a huge population. As on today, if we see, the internet penetration in the country is quite high, and a lot of our citizens are using internet extensively. In fact, everybody is using internet for their day-to-day activities. I think in rural areas also this has caught a lot of ground. In this scenario, I think the people are not new to technology and digital, but of course, when dealing in their bank accounts, they are slightly careful. So to tread into a digital banking platform, they are a bit hesitant. That is where I think they prefer visiting a branch. What is happening today in the branches also? The branches are no more brick and mortar branches with few PCs and laptops, but now they are also transforming. Core banking is only one part of it. Now, large number of other applications which are sitting on top of core banking are providing digital experience to the customer through the branch staff. So in the assisted mode, the customers are able to avail of the digital services and they feel quite confident. Today, in the bank branches, the customers are being handheld and they are being taught how to use a mobile banking app. In fact, initially, we are onboarding the customers for viewing their statement of account, viewing their accounts on the mobile. So, which is totally risk-free. Their account will never get compromised. So, the customers, once they are into it, they slowly start transacting on that, top of that. Today, huge number of customers to begin with are using UPI transactions. So these customers now feel that digital has made their life easier. So within the branch, they get the digital experience while transacting for day-to-day business also.
Interesting. Now, you can see a lot of automation happening in the banks. Now, there are rush hours when there are too many people coming into the bank. There is a lot of chaos. And at the same time, there are a lot of relaxed hours as well. So as a banker, when you get into the bank, what are the kind of changes and automation that you are seeing in the recent times that are helping the banks to concentrate more on getting that high level business, which is the 80% business, and push the 20% business to back office or into the other areas, so that the branch intends to, or probably ends up with more productive work during the work hours and reduces the chaos? What do you see as the developments in the automation happening there?
Mr. Nair, you see, we brought in ATMs into the country more than 1.5 decades back. And within, I think, a decade or so, almost everybody is now very comfortable using a ATM. ATM is nothing but a cash dispenser kiosk. Seeing the success of the kiosk, now we have brought large number of kiosks in self-service mode where it is available just outside the branch 24/7. So a typical e-banking outlet, or I would say a digital banking outlet, 24/7 window is available for transacting most of the routine businesses like withdrawing cash, depositing cash, printing the passbook, depositing checkbook, making small money transfers, inquiries. So these are all given in self-service mode. So the bunching of customers during banking hours has now spread across the day. Obviously, many people in big cities are using during the night, also late into the night. So they are quite comfortable accessing all these services which form the maximum footfalls in the branches. Within the branch also, I think the customers, when they visit few branches which experience huge footfall, within the branch also they have put some kiosks. So they are, at the same time, the cashier also today has got cash counting machines. And of course, quick payment, Aadhaar-based payment, digital payment modes, where filling up a form and withdrawing money has done away with. So they have small ATMs where using biometrics, they can withdraw the money. And the transaction takes place very quick. So the automation within the branch, outside the branch, has happened to that extent. I think large number of customers who were doing trade finance, we are providing these services now from the comfort of their home. So a lot of businesses need not come to the branch for availing of those services. So we have given it on their laptops, desktops, or the mobile devices. This has also helped disperse the crowd from the branches.
Interesting. Now, when you talk about a branch operation, one of the most important thing, there are a lot of labor-based kind of banking processes, cash and chest operations on one side. Okay, typically counting and all those kind of stuff. And today, what is happened is there is a lot of transformation that has happened. There are robotics available. There are data capture through RFIDs available. Has these things made inroads into the modern branches of today also?
Yeah, I think the QR code is being used extensively for doing a lot of automated transactions. In case of large cash, which still remains with us, I think in India, the less cash economy is catching up. But at the same time, the large number of cash is coming to bank branches and people are using cash. Some of these multinationals, we found out that in few countries, they have come up with innovative cash counting machines where the cash is sorted and bundled by the machine very quickly, of course, at the same time, and removing the fake notes and the counterfeit notes. So the automation of cash operations has been done. Currency chest, I think, need further automation at global standards. Some of the banks in India, they are also making locker operations automated. So the many of the facets in the Indian banking where manual work was there, I think that is being replaced with automation.
And how are banks today looking at integrating all these data silos across the channel to give that unified customer experience? See, today, everyone who visits the bank, the first thing is the teller. The teller is the most critical thing. He can give customer experience, he can give service, he can give, he is the bank's impression about the bank to the customer. So how are you integrating all these data silos to empower the customer service at the teller level?
The data which is available today, I would say, I can put it, which is available with the bank and of course in the market outside. So a lot of data is available with the bankers within their data systems. So we have got multiple systems and each system is storing huge amount of data of the customer. So we are coming up with data lake. I think the data warehouse is now maturing into data lakes where data from various sources are getting pooled and the customer's 360-degree view we are trying to generate out of that. The CRM, I think almost all banks are having CRM package where the customer's entire relationship is being managed. At the same time, today there are a large number of data aggregators who are available, who provide income tax data, PAN data, and many other data which is available in the public domain. So this data, and also the data from social media sites. So those data are also coming in. People are using it. I think people are using this data. In the coming future, we have to work on this data to keep the privacy again intact, because once the privacy laws are enforced in the country, getting this data will be a challenge. But the banks themselves has a huge amount of data which can be used to give pre-sanctioned approved loans to our customers. At the same time, give them offerings which they may not be aware of also. So banks are offering large number of services in terms of insurance. They are also offering wealth management, mutual funds, health insurance, life insurance. So I think there are a plethora of services which are available to the banks. I think time has come and we have been offering services in this sector in a big way. And this is now percolating to the common man also. For example, in the country, we now have Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, which comes at a very nominal cost of 20 rupees per year. So very nominal cost a person gets insured. So banks are able to rope in insurance customers at the same time.
Interesting. How is the branch of the future looking for you on one side, and what you are doing today in bettering the customer service in the branch and bettering the customer experience in the branch?
Yes, we have launched digital banking units. So what we used to find that the turnaround time within a branch is a typical manual mode where the customer used to avail of the various services. In spite of the fact that the things have changed, customers were used to a particular form of banking and accepting that form of banking as a safe banking. Now, in the digital banking units, what has been done is that the currency chest, I would say, not the currency chest, the strong room has been done away. So there is no strong room. We have put kiosks in 24/7 mode in the front part of the office. In the back end, it is a 10 to 5 office normally, where the customer can avail of all the banking service in a digital assisted. So this form of banking is presently available through the business correspondents. The business correspondents are going deep into the villages and other parts of the cities where they find the customers who are unable to come to a branch, because once they come to a branch, they lose the day's wages. So these people are available late in the evening also, and on holidays also, and of course weekends also. So the business correspondents are offering banking services round the clock in a digital mode. So they use Aadhaar authentication. However, the services they offer have got certain limitation. Whereas in a digital banking, it is a full-fledged bank, just like any other bank branch. But this is in digital mode where the customer can come and get a quick turnaround. So even suppose a customer comes for an account opening, the entire thing is in the kiosk. So customer comes, put his things on the kiosk, and he is serviced in the shortest possible time. See what happened in case of ATM. Initially, people were hesitant to use the ATM. They never knew how to use the ATM. But today, almost every literate or an illiterate person very comfortably uses the ATM. Same thing we want with other banking services. So in future, whether it is bill payment, various bills like electricity bills, internet bills, phone bills, all bill payment will be 24/7 mode.
Wonderful. Any wish list for the bank of the future? How is the bank of the future or branch of the future looking like it for you?
The bank of the future will be a customer walks in and his entire portfolio should appear as a wealth management portal, as a dashboard. And the system should use analytics, machine learning, and of course, in the near future, AI, to give him his financial planning and suggest him where he should put his money, where he should invest, how you should spend, how he should save. So I think all these suggestions will be in the self-service mode. And of course, we do not rule out in future we will be putting robots around where a robot will come and help the customer with all intelligence of analytics and artificial intelligence.
Wonderful. And in the branch, do you see any major automation of the future happening?
We have been automating in parts all the services which are available in the branch. Today, if you see a typical branch, where the liability and asset products, almost all products now we have put it in digital mode. The business community who avail of trade finance, LC, BG, guarantees, these have also been automated, and we are providing specialized service from the backend.
Wonderful. So any interesting perspective you would like to share with your audience about your vision for the future in a branch?
I have been visiting branches in rural part of the country. And today, the customer is quite confident to visit a branch and ask for a loan. Good old days, loan was the prerogative of the rich only. Today, a small trader, a small businessman, or a common citizen can walk into a branch and avail of this facility using his credit history, which he has created over a period of time. What I look in future, that without fear, without any hesitation, a customer should be able to walk into a bank branch, a automated branch, or a kiosk, or even on his mobile, he should be able to avail of all the benefits which is available in advanced countries.
So, Mr. Ram, how are you empowering a customer in your branch today to use these digital services on one side, and at the same time, whoever comes to your branch, how are you empowering these customers?
Presently, we have got all these services available to serve a customer digitally. So even a urban customer or a metro customer can avail of all banking services from the comfort of his home. In the rural areas, what challenge we are facing is the adoption part of it. We have provided all the services, but the customer is still not comfortable using the services. So what we have done in the branch, we have designated young officers as digital banking companion. So when a customer walks in, the digital banking companion takes over the customer and handholds him and teaches him how to use digital banking products. The first step to that is installing the mobile app. So once the mobile app is installed, half the services he or she can avail. So these digital banking companions are in a big way helping the customers learn digital banking through the mobile, through internet banking, or through other modes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing so much of interesting information with us. And we look forward to, understanding a lot more about how you are doing automation, how you are planning the vision for the future for the industry, because Bank of India, being one of the forward-looking public sector banks, has always been in the forefront when it comes to looking into technology for the use of the overall population and not just for one elite class of population. And you have done it quite well. Thank you very much for your interesting insights.